everyone. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, the man who defeated Zeus on his own with one arm time behind his back, Braden. Hello, Braden.
So,
So,
how's it going?
fantastic. So, what are we talking about today, Braden?
Well, unless you changed the topic on me in the last 30 seconds, talking about Back to the Future and all the things it predicted, if
So,
they've come true or not.
perfect. Today, Braden. Just checking our sound. Sorry, guys.
Well, unless you.
All right, I think we're good. All right, so talking about Back to the Future, predictions that they did, predictions that came true, predictions that didn't come true, and just the movies in general because they're great movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll start off with what's your favorite of the three?
So I want to say two, just because it actually goes to the future, but you can't go wrong with just the first one. It just started it all. So,
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. If I had to guess, like I would probably say, probably a very unnormal one. I would say three. I thought three was pretty cool
well,
because
I mean, there's not a bad one,
true.
but I think three was just the
Whoa,
least good.
wow, he went there. Anyways, so with Back to the Future 3, I thought it was really entertaining because it compiled on everything on top of the first two movies. They didn't. They went. It literally starts like right after 2 ended and then 3 began, and then you got the train. I love trains, so trains are great. And then, it's the Wild Wild West. You can't go wrong. So, but so you like 2, I like 3. 2 is the only one that actually does do a lot of the future, so that's pretty funny. Now, a lot of the talk is we're going to be like predictions that came true, predictions that haven't come true yet. What is a prediction that has not come true that you want to come true?
So we've already gotten a version of it, but I want a hoverboard that actually hovers and can go off the ground.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can't with these kids ride around on what the fact that they call them hoverboards is highly disturbing, since there's literally no hovering.
Yeah.
Like you're just on wheels gliding around, and it's a disgrace to the name. Really, it's awful. But yeah, that hoverboards. So I believe Lexus made a magnetized version of the hoverboard. You probably look it up. Um, it is. I think they did. And they did. I think like the street or whatever they were on, they paved with like metal underneath. From what I understand, it's been a while since I've seen that, but it was there for a while. And I think they had Tony Hawk. It might have been Tony Hawk that was riding it.
Um, yeah. So what this says, uh, there's a real life $10,000 hoverboard created by a Arx Pax, uh, called the Hindo,
Hmm.
which Tony Hawk tested, and then Lexus also created one involving superconductors. So,
Cool Coop. I am out of date on football. I haven't watched football in years. Braden's watched it. He's a football fan. But yeah,
mhm.
maybe one night we'll talk about football. My dad's a big football fan, and he's supposed to hop on the podcast eventually. Maybe him and Braden can talk about it or something. But yeah, so there was Tony Hawk did it with a different company than Lexus. So I thought it was the Lexus company that did it. That's very interesting. Now, one of the things you brought up during the what was it the AI podcast was the pizza that gets enlarged in the
Yes.
what is it called the like hydro something
Something. I didn't
yeah
get to watch the movie today because got off
hydrator
work late.
hydrator
Yeah.
yeah so it's like it hydrates the food, it makes it larger, and it's in like a small form. Like that's a technology that's not around. We have like air fryers and stuff, but that technology's never
Yes.
been made from Back to the Future. Now you could also
I
say,
want them.
hmm,
Hmm.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Nope, go.
All right.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
I was gonna say, I was also looking at it, and so you remember when they're in the diner and the like Ronald Reagan on the TV show or the TV is like an AI and it's serving people and stuff.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
at the cusp of having that. That was pretty funny.
I mean, we have 80s themed diners already.
Hmm.
We have robot waiters.
Do we though? I don't
Might as
think
well
we have
just-
that. We don't have that yet.
I mean, it,
We have people that
there
are
are
piloting
places in the world that
robots.
there are places in the world that are trying it,
Yeah.
but just make it virtual.
Yeah. We have we don't have Biffs. Well, actually, we probably
Do
do.
not.
Yeah, we probably do. But anyways, so another thing that we don't have now that was in the movie that I didn't AI is going to take over the world. Well, I don't think so. I think AI will make things better for the most part, worse in some areas. But
Yeah.
so one thing that was in the movie that I actually thought of was the self-drying clothes. Like when he has his jacket on and like he hits a button and it dries his whole coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we don't
I
have
like
that.
that.
Now we do have a form of clothing that years ago it's probably been 2 or 3 years now, but these guys came out with like a shirt. It's like a button-up shirt, and it's made out of a screen material, and you can upload any design or image to it, and it displays it like a TV screen. So we did have that, but that never went anywhere. But it was a cool idea, a really cool idea. That was cool. That's almost like that's getting close, but not there quite yet. We have the lace-up shoes.
Well, I was about to say, I want them to re-release those because you can't get them anymore unless you want to pay an arm and a leg for them.
That's no joke. You know how much they are? They're $200,000 right now.
That's insane.
Yeah, the Nike. What anniversary was it? It was like
They are the 2011 light up Nike mags.
yeah, those are $200,000. It says anywhere from 8 to 200,000. So I'm guessing it's probably
That's crazy.
yeah. It was a limited time run, and they had yeah, it was freaking sick, dude. They really do need to re-release those shoes because just all in all, freaking good looking shoes. I'm not even a shoe person, and I think it's freaking
Oh,
awesome
I would buy them
looking.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's probably just because it's Back to the Future, but still,
Well, I'm a shoe guy, Lonnie. I
definitely.
would wear them.
Yeah, but what's up, Leather Vids? I didn't even see you on there. My bad, man. I don't know why you didn't come through my chat. I was RL champ. Nice. So there was also okay. So time travel obviously is not a thing yet.
We do have personal drones.
Yes, we do.
Personal drones.
Yes, we do. Well, personal quote unquote. Like I mean, not everybody's driving. Like
You can buy drones.
yeah, but I mean, it's not like everybody's walking around with them though. Like you can get them,
No.
but like not everybody's walking. If you're gonna call it a personal drone, like it would be like I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like, it's you make it when you say personal, you kind of make it sound like it's gonna be like almost like a butlerish kind of drone or something. Like it'll be following you around, doing something for you, and personalized, doing it for you. That's just my thought. But they have so the DeLorean. There actually was a rumor that DeLorean was going to be coming back out with an electric version. So it looked really good.
I wouldn't hate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, of all vehicles to make it electric, that would be pretty sick.
Well, the funny thing is, when the DeLorean first came out, no one liked it.
That's insane.
It
I
was not. It was not widely liked by most people.
Well, from what I understand, it did have a really bad engine, and it was not fast. Like getting it to 88 miles an hour was a trick. So, from what I understand, so
It's
I've
called
never
movie magic, Lonnie.
right, yeah. But I mean, besides that, I mean, it looks fantastic. Like it looks awesome. It looks futuristic, and it's taken all the way up until what the Cybertruck for them to use the stainless steel body kind of type again.
Yeah.
So that's becoming a thing again. But so what else was there in the movie that has come true or has not come true?
We get tablets and mobile payment technology.
hmm So I did look that up. That was when Biff was in the future and he got dropped off by the taxi when he's spying on Marty and Doc at
Hmm.
future Marty's
Yeah.
house. He pays at the taxi with a contactless payment.
Okay.
So I was looking at it. I was like, "There's what? Like contact? When was that in the movie?" And then yeah, it was in
I
there.
did
So
not remember that.
yeah, I didn't either. There's also like in the future, they had like weather control. It looked like so
Hmm.
they're able to control the weather. We don't have that. Shut up, Siri. Siri's trying to listen to me.
We also have the biometric, like the thumbprints,
hmm
like to get in your phone, computer. That came true.
Yeah, that's been around since like actually that might have been close to 2015. That was it got big and then kind of went to face detection.
Yeah.
But I mean, my laptop has the fingerprint scanner, so and I love it. So it has the biometrics in it. FaceTime or video conferences. That's like
Yep.
out of all the things in that movie, that was probably the easiest one they pulled off. Because like
Yeah.
it's just data going over like a data stream and sending more of the data. Because I mean, webcams have been a thing since like mid to the late 90s. So
Yeah.
with that being the case, they just had to figure out how to do it wirelessly.
Mhm. What else? Ooh, hands-free gaming.
Yes, the VR headsets and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's another thing. When Doc is flying the DeLorean, he's using AR glasses, augmented reality glasses, so he can see all the vehicles and stuff in the highway on his visor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on top of that, also video glasses, like glasses that can film and record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy thinking of all the things that they thought of, uh, like ahead of time, and things that we use on a regular daily basis now.
Mm.
You did mention like a smartwatch. I don't remember where that was in the movie.
I don't know. I need to rewatch the movie. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Supposedly there might have been a smartwatch in there somewhere.
Mhm.
Now, what
Um,
out of all the technologies that are in the movie, what do you think is the least likely to be made?
Uh, honestly, where we are right now, I don't think anything's too unrealistic. So I could see all of it being made. But if I had to go with one, probably the machine that makes the food bigger.
Ooh, what was that called? The Hydra, like
Something hydro. Yeah.
hydrator. I keep forgetting. Um,
Yeah.
See, I think you're missing an important technology here when you're talking about it, and
Okay.
it's in the title, time travel.
I mean, I wouldn't really consider time travel a technology,
What would it be? Superpower?
a form of travel.
A form of travel? Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think the time travel thing would probably be the least likely of all the things in the movie that like become real. Um,
See, I was meaning things that, we actually see that could happen. I don't think time travel's ever really going to happen,
mhm.
Lonnie. So,
Okay, I said least likely to happen, but yeah, that's fine. So
but I don't think time travel's ever going to happen.
yeah. So what funny question would be is so people in the 1950s to the 1980s. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a funny question. So who like in the 1950s? What do you think they would have thought would have been the least likely technology, uh, or didn't even think of the technology that would have been available in the 1980s?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. What would you say?
Hmm, that is a good question. And if I had to guess, like this is gonna get me in trouble, but like when did TVs come out? So
Like
1950s, I think they just came out.
around late 40s, early 50s?
Yeah, because in that scene, they're talking about they're sitting around the television at the table, and she goes, "Oh, we just got us TV. Blah 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 blah. Blah. There's only one." And then like, yeah, he's like, "We got like five of these in our house," and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you must be super rich. These are expensive." And then he explains like, "Oh yeah, well," and he starts talking about it. So I think color television would probably have been the one thing I think would have been difficult for them to comprehend because TVs literally just hit the market and that's all they could see was like the black and white and everything. So Technicolor, and then what?
We were way off.
Really?
So they came out in stages. Early experimental broadcasts began uh, in the 1920s.
Mm.
They became commercially available in the 30s, and BBC launched the first regular public television service in 1936. And in 1939, NBC became the first network to offer regular broadcasts.
So
So
beginning
technically in the
1940s.
30s.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does make sense because in World War II, didn't they go to theaters to watch like silent films of like everything happening in the war? Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Um, First color televisions uh, became available in the early 1950s.
What the?
Although although it wasn't widespread adapted until the 60s and 70s because of the high price.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. That's so 20 years.
Yes.
That's nuts. That's a long wait for technology.
Mm.
Hmm. Gosh. Sorry, got the yawns. Um, Yeah, that's very interesting because we have looking at everything that was going on during those movies and everything. Yeah, it's a food hydrator. I kept getting it wrong. Tablets. They had the dog walking drones. So
Mhm.
we have the drones. We just don't really have a dog walking drone yet. But I think we're probably within 5 to 10 years of that with the
Yeah.
way AI is going and everything. And technically, there was AI in the movie. I just don't. They're not. They're not kind of here yet. All we have is like not a physical body AI. We just have like AIs and computers and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and they had robots and stuff in the 2015 version on that. The
Hmm.
Cubs won in 2016 instead of 2015. So epic fail
Yeah. I
on
was about to
them.
ask, what about things that were technology?
Yeah. Yeah, the Cubs won in 2016, not 2015. I know there are a few Jaws movies, and I think they somewhat come out with a new one.
I mean, kind of, but they predicted Jaws 19 in Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, it might have been a big joke for them because it was made by
Spielberg.
Spielberg, and then Spielberg also did Jaws, so
Yeah.
it might have been like an inside joke for him or something.
Um, they also predicted Princess Di as queen.
Yeah, that one missed.
Um, let's see.
Hmm.
There's another tab.
We had
Flying cars.
mhm.
They're working on it, but we don't have it yet.
So they people don't have them, but there are a lot of different versions of flying cars already out. I think there's a Czechoslovakian company who made a car that drives and it can take off and land like a plane at an airport.
Yeah.
It is actually the first car to drive onto a runway, fly, and I think they flew to like London or something, and then landed, and then flew back to where they took off again. I can't remember the exact locations, but that they were the first car company to ever do that. Smart
Um,
glasses.
on top of um, Jaws 19, they also predicted the 3D movies.
Oh yeah.
Jaws 19 was in 3D.
Did it say that on the board?
Yeah.
That's
What
awesome.
jumped out at you?
Yeah, but I didn't know if that was just the 3D or if it was a holographic thing. Now that's the thing, and thank God this hasn't happened because it would be so annoying. Is like a lot of like real holographic commercials and advertisements and stuff because that would be super annoying. Just imagine walking down the street and all of a sudden like a hologram just hops out at you. What if it was like for the It movie or something, and then the clown just comes out at you, grabs at your feet or something? That would be pretty funny. Now, holograms in general, if we're going to talk holograms, um, the technology's here. It's just
Yeah.
not at a civilian, I guess you could say, place of use. So I know the military has some holograms, and then they have for like commercial grade. I think they have like the speedometers and stuff on trucks. And GM just announced, I believe, I could be wrong, just double checking this, but GM announced a hologram AI assistant for inside their electric vehicle. So on the dash. So that's interesting. So holograms are there.
Okay.
They're just not quite up to snuff yet. Now, talking about
Sure.
80s movies
Okay.
and the technology from the 80s to today. Out of these movies, which one do you think had the most predictions correct? Star Trek, Back to the Future,
Yeah.
and Star Wars.
Oh, Back in the Future.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, just listed like 20 things that they got right.
That is true. Um, like cell phones and stuff. Star Wars had that. Like really small cell phones. They had, well, robots, which are coming out now. Of course, Back to the Future did too, so that's true.
Yeah.
Does Star Trek even have robots in it? Oh, it's got the android dude. I'm not a big Star Trek. Crap, what was his name? Data? Data. Yeah, Data.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about Next Generation.
I don't know which one it is. I just know that they have him in there.
The one with Patrick Stewart.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the next Data is in the Next Generation.
It shows you how much I pay attention to Star Trek. They had communicators. They had I don't know. They have phasers, which is like tasers. So I mean, you can tase people. They had a few things in there. So yeah, Back to the Future. I don't know. You might be right. Out of the '80s films, it might have the most like actual predictions that came true. Now, if you're going to talk about the ones that had the least amount that came true,
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, I was going to say similar. Lightsabers. Droid.
Not real lightsabers.
Yeah, droids are close, but they're not here yet. So droids. You have shielding technologies. Hyperspace. You have. Yeah, there's a lot of technologies that that aren't available now that would have been laser weapons. Although they're a thing now actually, so you can't even count that. They're just not in pistol form. I mean, the U.S. Navy is using lasers to shoot down drones, so cost $1 per shot. But yeah,
Good use of money.
I mean, yeah, it's save money somewhere at least, I guess. Yeah, so it's very interesting predictions for the future. Sci-fi. I like one of the reasons why I like sci-fi is because it does predict the future. Like it predicts like the creativity of people to come, and not only does it do that, like if people aren't working on it and they see it in the film, they start working on it. Like the smart people are like, you know what, that's a great idea. I can do that. Like Halo. Nowadays, there's you know what? I know what you're thinking. Shut it. But this is true. Halo, nowadays they're actually working on the HUD helmets for the military. That's in Halo for the Marines. So like it's like a
Halo.
a friend and foe system built in, and it'll even track people's movements through walls. So there's actually I just get a little farther away, but it's still in the technology realm and stuff. But I was just watching a video from the guy who created Oculus, and he created a friend and foe system for the military, and it's built into their helmets, and they're able to. So you have a plane, or a helicopter, tank, or another field of view for soldiers at different angles, and you have a wall in front of you. If if the enemy walks behind that wall, you could still see them from the other people's point of views. So you could see them through the walls. It's pretty crazy.
I'd want to see that.
I forget his name, but it's
No,
the guy.
saying I would want to like, I would want to see it with my own eyes.
Oh, well, you're not going to unless you join the military. But anyways, yeah. So Back to the Future. So now let's talk about if it wasn't the DeLorean, what other vehicle would possibly be in its place? Supposedly, they were thinking about doing a Mustang. I'm not lying. That's actually something they were thinking of doing.
I know.
Heck, they weren't even going to do a vehicle, because it was like a fridge or something that he toted around for the traveling, like kind of like Bill and Ted's phone booth, I guess. But like, it was like a fridge or something, and then the director was like, "Hey, let's do a vehicle because it's mobile." So they changed the mobile, and they thought about doing a Mustang, but they ended up going with a DeLorean because during the time, the guy who created the DeLorean was in the news for a court case he was in.
I mean, you could have gone with arguably one of the most iconic cars of the 80s. It's a Ferrari Testarossa.
Mm-hmm. That's true, but I mean, Doc Brown was rich.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
he could have afforded a Ferrari.
he put all his money into his research, but
Well, that's his own fault because his family left him money.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. They could have done that. Well, I'm trying to think of the gas mileage of that car in the past. They would have to figure out gas for that thing.
How did he not run out of gas while testing? Like when he's back in the 50s, how did he not run out of gas in that entire week span that it was just sitting there? Like because he had to have moved it, and he had to have done test drives.
Or did he not move it and just left
Well,
it there?
he had to move because he moved. No, he moved it to Doc's house because it was in his garage, and then he had to drive it out onto the street so he could line it up for
Well, didn't he put it on a
test to
trailer?
go home.
He put it on a trailer and dragged it.
No,
Because that's what they did at
No.
the clock tower. It was on the back of a trailer.
no. They moved it to his house. They pushed it.
Oh, I mean, if they pushed it, they're not using fuel. Or did they even confirm that? Because like at this point, was it using the nuclear power, or was that only for the the flux
How?
capacitor?
He didn't take any with him. That's
Well-
why they needed the lightning, because he didn't take any plutonium with him back to the past.
That's a good point, but it could have been not enough plutonium to travel into the future, but enough to drive it around. If that's how it worked.
I mean, unless the plutonium was literally just for
The flux
flux
capacitor,
capacitor.
which is possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the questions that need to be answered. All right. These are the hard hitting questions that everybody needs to know. All right. Now, this is actually, yeah, this is interesting. So, it's a fuel. He does break down, though, when he gets to the 50s, right? Like,
Well, yeah, he crashes through a barn,
yeah.
and then
And it-
he drives away,
Mm,
and then it breaks down. That's why he parks it behind the
Mhm.
billboard, because it breaks down right there.
so, Did it break down or just run out of fuel?
Either way.
Because I'm trying to think of like the scene. I actually think it ran out of fuel because if you think about it, you hear it go clunk 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 clunk, and it stops. Right? Am I wrong, or am I just making stuff up as at this point? I could have swore I remember
No,
hearing that.
you're right. No, you're right. Yeah.
So he probably ran out of fuel, because so that would mean that the flux capacitor was only fueled by the plutonium, and
Yeah.
then so everything back then would have been leaded fuel.
Hmm.
I guess in the 80s it might have been leaded as well. Still different octane maybe. Or was it the 70s they changed?
Yes, some gasoline was still leaded, but its use was rapidly declining by then.
So they would have been
And
fine.
by Yeah, and by 1986 it was banned for on-road vehicles.
Oh, so that's like right at that time.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then he probably went back to the past with just unleaded fuel, and then Doc Brown probably had to do a conversion
He
in
would
the
have had
garage.
time. He literally gets in the DeLorean when Marty gets back and goes to 2015.
Hmm.
Time
It's a possible hole in our time traveling theories here.
possible.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because then by the time he comes back, he's flying. So like
Yeah,
he
because he
did
does.
something in that time.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is all good questions. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they went through and everything. As far as now, I'll say this off the bat. Like, I Michael, he probably would have been like one of the biggest actors ever. If he didn't get that Parkinson's and everything, he'd been able
Oh
to act
yeah,
more. He probably would have been one of the largest actors ever.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I mean, he was still a very big name
Hmm.
in the 80s.
Yeah, I think
So
I don't know all his movies because he was in Teen Wolf or something like that.
yeah, those
Uh,
that was his big one besides Back to the Future.
yeah, Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3, which is, I mean, that's a trilogy. You're already doing good.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's interesting. He
more
was,
research.
yeah. I don't know all the films he was in, but I know that he was in Teen Wolf. I do know that because I've seen the the
Well,
photo.
he was also on Family Ties, the show.
Hmm. I
Um,
don't know what that
he was
is.
in. You don't know what Family Ties is?
Huh? Do they tie families
He was
together?
in. No, it's your typical 80s after school special show.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what it
Um,
is.
he would. Um, the Michael J. Fox show.
Oh yeah, I do remember Michael J. Fox show. Yeah,
For Love or Money. Casualties of War. The Good Wife. Designated Survivor.
he was in.
Stuart Little and Stuart Little 2.
Wait, who was he? Oh, he was the mouse. Stewart. Wasn't he?
He was the voice of the mouse, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, he was in Scrubs. He did a voice in Atlantis, The Lost Empire.
No way.
Yeah.
He was Milo. That's
So
why.
yep.
I
So
forgot
he's
about that.
been in a lot.
I forgot he was Milo. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. Awesome actor. I mean, dude. Like, I mean, all the actors on there were amazing. I mean, Christopher Lloyd. Um,
Who's still acting today.
is he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him anything in a while.
I've seen him in a lot of stuff, actually.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd's awesome. The only things I've seen him in are like things like remarking on him being in Back to the Future. So like yeah, like cameos or something like Back to the Future. I don't know about any movies he was in like outside of that.
What's the movie I just watched?
That's crazy that he's still doing acting though. That's awesome. Christopher Lloyd's a good
Well, I
actor.
mean, he was in all the Adams Family movies.
Oh yeah, dude. He was Uncle Fester? No, yeah. Yeah. No? Yeah.
He was, yeah, Uncle
I
Fester.
totally forgot about that.
Um, he was in Nobody and Nobody Two. He was in
No
Who
way.
Framed
He
Roger Rabbit.
he was in Nobody.
Yeah,
Is he the dad?
he was dad.
He's the
Yeah.
dad. That's sick, dude.
Yep.
Have you seen Nobody?
Yes.
Dude, freaking awesome. I haven't seen Nobody 2 yet, but Nobody was awesome.
Neither have I. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Always a classic.
Well, who was he in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
He was the villain.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
He
All I
was
remember.
Judge Doom.
Oh, okay. All I remember is Jessica Rabbit, Roger Rabbit, and the detective dude. And him, and like all the cartoons
Angels in
getting.
the Outfield.
Yeah, he was the angel.
Yeah.
I forgot about Angels in the Outfield. That's cool.
Yeah, he's been in a lot.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's great movies. Great. So okay, now I'm gonna ask this. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but lo and behold, Hollywood, being out of all ideas, have thought about bringing back a new Back to the Future reboot.
No, I don't want it.
I don't either. Nah, so you wouldn't be happy to see it. You wouldn't be happy to like. What if they took? What if they did it in today's terms? So like, kid is, 2025. It's 2025. They go back and see their parents in 1980s, and then in the future they go to like 2040 or something. Still no?
I mean, it would be cool. I would watch it, but like the originals are so iconic, and that's what I watched as a kid. It's what I still watch to this day. Like I don't think it would have the same effect.
So I will tell you the only way I would watch this film is if they did it in the style that they did the new Ghostbusters, not the all female cast one, the new ones that have been out like Frozen Empire, Afterlife.
Yeah.
So what they need, if they do this, they need to have Marty McFly's like grandkid or something find the DeLorean in a storage unit and take it for a fracking joyride. That I think that would be the best route to go with it. That way you're not messing up the old story.
Accidentally goes back in time.
Yeah. So that way you're not messing up the old storyline. And you have a whole new storyline which people can enjoy without messing up anything. And you can even add, like, if Christopher Lloyd's cool with it, you can just have him like Doc Brown and he's just like Marty's grandson. There's a problem with your future. Or you can have like Christopher Lloyd's kid or something and be like, dude, my grandpa, like make him like the dumb one and then make like Marty's great grandkid like the smart one or something. And then they're both friends still because they're family friends. And then it'd be a funny turn of events.
I mean, I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It could work. Personally, I still don't want it. I don't think it would have the same effect. And like